take care of the ball.
All
Many
right, we
turnovers.
have Taylor Edwards and Mariah Adams.
You guys turned it on the last 5 minutes pretty well. What was the trigger? What got it going?
Yeah.
We just knew we needed a win, and we know we're capable of, and we just put together offensive defense and just played our game.
I said we knew we was down. We knew it, like what we had to do. Like we needed to rebound, crash the boards, to get the win. So we did what we had to do and executed.
They play you any differently when you've been doing plays lately? The zone, you've been used to zones.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you faced pretty good on the threes, maybe a little more than some teams have done, but that made it kind of tough. You see opportunities there that you haven't been seeing for a while? Right?
Yeah. So I mean, like you said, everybody know how we play sag defense zone. If I see a gap, I just try to win it. If not, kick it to my shooters and depend on them to knock it down.
What are you seeing there with Pac-Man defense? What kind of opportunities are you seeing? What did you see today?
Just driving lanes. We worked on winning the line lane in practice or whatever. So, just trying to win the line lane and watching for my shooters to see when they're open. If not, just try to draw contact and finish strong.
You guys have struggled getting off the from the get-go the last few games now. You've won 2 of them.
Mhm.
But is that a bad habit? Not the winning, to get started. Yeah.
I'll say it kind of is a bad habit because we need to bring the energy that we do in the second half to the first half, so we won't have to play catch up.
Anything you didn't expect?
Nah.
Not really, no.
You knew who to concentrate on,
Yes.
and she still scored. That's what happened.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
basketball.
You ever get worried about any of that? I mean, pressure, you guys play pressure defense from time to time, and all of a sudden, down the stretch, you really turned it up a little bit.
Mhm.
Forced turnovers in that last 5 minutes. Where was that all going?
I say we played pretty good defense. It was just like we need an extra boost, so we got in our press and did what we had to do, and we got turnovers. So
You like Ashley on the free throw line?
oh yes.
You want to take a look at that, maybe get a year.
I mean, I was all for the free throws, but I mean, like I said, back to the gym to work on them. I work on them every day and after, so I just have to come back next game. So
You have some sort of a contest against somebody, don't you, during the week?
I mean, sometimes I go against Mari. Me and Mari, we have like a little free throw shooting contest, and it's very intense. I would say that, because I don't like to lose, and Mari don't like to lose. So I say it's a fun little game we play.
You're one ahead of her, is that right?
I'm up one.
They're going on how long?
I mean, it's during practice time, so for a minute.
How's this league looking after 3 games? Looking tough?
It's tough. It's very competitive. It's getting more physical.
Mhm.
But we just got to stick to our game and trust each other.
Tell me about the big names with you guys. Where's this coming from? Tay Boogie, where's that coming from?
Well, I actually got that from my brother. He been calling me that since I don't know when, so I just took that name.
And what's the name?
It don't just love. He just gave me the name.
Anybody get a nickname here? Everybody brings it with them.
I think everybody brought it with them.
Yeah.
Said maybe Marie, I don't think they have nicknames in Germany,
I don't know.
We call her Riri.
do they? I forgot, what's yours name?
Snoop.
Snoop? And that's
Snoopers.
because of-
My high school coach gave it to me 9th grade year just because, like, my demeanor and body shape.
Like Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
Body shape?
Yeah. Long, lanky, skinny.
You've got the most unusual nickname in this team.
I don't think none of them are unusual.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
What's your nickname for coach?
Just coach.
Yeah, just coach.
got a little time. You had a little time to rest up this week from last week. Did that help?
I'll say yes, but I mean, we had time, but we were still practicing. It wasn't like we had time like off, but we did what we had to do.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Still one?
Well, first, let me start with opening statements about, how great it was to have a good crowd, how great it was to finally be back home. We hadn't been back in this gym in 5 weeks, and to be back in our white uniforms and, and to get the win. It was a tremendous game. It was a tremendous game in the fourth quarter. I thought our kids played championship basketball down the stretch. Charlotte was in control of the game for the whole game, and I thought we stepped it up defensively. It was our defense. I challenged our team with our defense. They were shooting the ball extremely well in the first half. We've been rebounding the ball extremely well in practice. We out-rebounded them, but our defense really stepped up and got this win for us down the stretch, and we made some big plays. So credit to our team. I thought Taylor put the team on her back and just willed us to a win, and I thought people stepped up at the right time. Vicky hit a three, Amari get a layup, Ashley get a key offensive rebound, Asia Wayne gets a key defensive rebound. We had people to just filter in at the right time, and it was a beautiful thing to see. So thankful and blessed to God for allowing us to, let His light shine through us, because Charlotte, they played a really good game, and we were able to come up with the win.
Interesting substitutions down the stretch.
Mhm.
You have Asian Wayne playing probably the worst game she's played since she's been here. Struggled big time. Actually, probably not, usually considered as an offensive force. You need points. You bring them both in, they both make contributions. What's the thing?
I think they're defensive minded. We have a good defensive group. And Asia Wayne's knees have been bothering her, so she didn't really practice a whole lot. And she was limited tonight. And we were, when she's on the floor, we don't get the rebounding, but I thought we did it by committee. But when the game's on the line, she's got to be in the game, because she just has a tenacity about her. And, I've challenged our post players, and even our post coach, Coach Keith, has challenged them. They got to give us something. I thought Ashley gave us defense, rebounding, and scoring opportunities tonight. So I'm always going to go with our defensive group down the stretch. And Ashley was playing well, and she got key rebounds for us, and it was good.
She looks confident, maybe more confident than most of you, but the other players on free throw line. No problem.
Yeah, Ashley, she's just an awesome person, first and foremost. And I always tell her, I said, if anybody does anything to you, let me know, because I'm going to beat them up. Because she just does whatever it takes, being a great teammate. She's strong in her faith. She's just so great, a great person. And we're going to miss her next year, because she just does so much for our team. But she got herself in great shape this offseason. She's a starter for us, and she plays great minutes for us. Now I'm just trying to get her to be more assertive offensively and understand how to score for us. And it's really good to see her get some points on the board. She got a great offensive rebound and missed it there, but she's just got to continue to get more confident around the basket.
This is a game for role players?
This is a game for toughness. Charlotte makes you play tough. They're a tough team. When you look at them, they just do the toughness thing, and they get that from their coaching staff and their head coach and Kara. They rebound the ball. They're physical. They're gritty. They're going to come at you. And this was a toughness game, and they made us play tough tonight. We had to play tough because of how they play.
Pressure defense. You really turned up the week at the end, but not so much earlier on. What's the thinking? Just desperation?
Well, it's not that. I think early on, our team is still young. Got to let the game come to us. And probably I don't help because I'm subbing, and I let the emotions get to me. Because if we miss defensive assignments, that bothers me. And that's the competitor in me. So it changes the rhythm and the flow of the game. But I have to figure out a way to send a message to players. You got to do what you're supposed to do. And we did down the stretch when it mattered. And we finally found our rhythm. But no one wants to start the way we've been starting. But we've been practicing, we've been scrimmaging, and we actually in our practices, we've been down in our scrimmages. And I thought, us being down, we stayed calm and we made plays. And that timeout, they came out focused.
Interesting sub early. Taylor takes the ball, goes to the rack, gets caught, stumbles, ball turned over, comes sit down with me.
Mhm.
Apparently not real happy with
Yeah.
that particular move. That was first 2 minutes. of the
Yeah,
game.
that's not why I sub her. I usually sub for defensive mistakes. You know, I sub Vicky because she jumped up in the air on a three-point shooter. We don't do that. I mean, we talked about one of our keys was staying down in stance, you know, without fouling, because you have to, because Charlotte, they're skilled. Lenny is very skilled, and she can get you rocking and rolling, and we didn't need that. So it's about our stance, you know, and being in positions. That's what I usually sub.
Again, talking about roles, this
Yeah.
is the night that Taylor had to get to the rack.
She did. I mean, you know, it was hard for them to keep her out of the paint. You know, it would have made life a little bit easier for us if we would have been hitting some shots. But she made plays and she finished. We've been talking about 2-foot finishes. We've been talking about winning the lane line because of how we play. And we can't be afraid when people are packing it in and they're right there. We got to figure out a way to get by them. Got to get by them. And then if we can't, then we got to go to something different. And, you know, our shooters have got to knock down shots to open up the lanes for us.
It's interesting, they seem to stretch their zone a little bit
Mhm.
more, getting cut your three-point shooters off. Is
Right.
that what you're seeing a lot of?
Good, and then that's when you put your driver in the middle and you let her go to work. But we were down, so I think Taylor was thinking I need to get a 3, and that's probably my fault because I was saying we needed to get 3s when she should have just been getting 2s. But our press allowed us to get steals, and we were able to get a big 3 from Vicky. But it's good when we're able to put somebody, a driver, in the high post and play off of her. It's really good.
It get a little disturbing watching
Mhm.
free throws.
She's, you know, that's gonna come. I mean, on the road, we don't beat middle if she don't go 7 for 7, you know, from the free throw line. So I think when the game's on the line, we still have to relax and just shoot our free throws the same way. But they've been shooting free throws. We probably need to shoot a little bit more in practice, but we only practice an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours. So I'm not trying to beat them up. So that's some things they gotta come in on their own. Shooting, they gotta come in on their own and things like that. So that's part of it because, you know, got to take responsibility on that part.
You had 3 straight games in the tournament come in the regular season where you're now here, first period, it's over, you know. And you come here and you get down in the first periods, and all 3 of you here so far in the league.
Yeah.
Is that a little, that's disturbing to you a little?
I mean, you know, again, it is us trying to figure things out. Like, sometimes that's going to happen. And I think the more we're in those situations, the more we can learn from them. We can't keep doing it, you know, but it allows us to learn and grow and figure out the solutions because I can't be out there. We can only give them the information. But they grew up tonight, you know, and we didn't let the game get away from us like we did against UAB. That was more a defensive-minded thing. We did some defensive things that we didn't do. And, you know, tonight, our defense and our rebounding really held serve for us.
Asia has knee issues, she
Yeah.
had this last year, too.
Yeah,
recall.
I mean, I think
Fine.
for her, it's just gonna have to be, you know, practice here, off there. Her knees have been bothering her, and, you know, she's an aggressive player. And she, you know, the first 5 minutes, she was really good. She was into it, and, you know, and then when she came back out, maybe her knees got sore, and she probably sat the bench a little bit longer, than expected. But we had some rhythm going on, and sometimes that's the way the game goes. But she was into the game, and she came in and got a big rebound for us.
Basically had 2 runs tonight, one second period, I believe, and then one end of the game. That's the
Absolutely.
time. It's almost like they were under control but couldn't get away. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, this game is a game of runs. Again, credit to Charlotte. They had control of the game for the entire game. And we, you know, our defense really stepped up. Our pressure really stepped up and caused them some problems. And I know we're both going to go back and look at the film because we play each other again. And, you know, I'm sure there's some things that she's going to say, hey, this is where we lost the game. There's some things that I'm going to say, hey, this is where we got to do better and not let a team like this come in and be up on us. But we're so similar in how we play, but I just have so much respect just because they're a tough team and they just make you play, they make you play physical.
Are you tempted to press more?
I mean, yes, I want to, you know, but I also have to be mindful of our bodies when kids aren't 100% and healthy and things like that. We're down a guard, you know, so that's something that we want to do. I mean, because I do think we have the depth to do it, you know, and we were able to do it in our tournament here But, you know, we have not been able to do it as much. We did it a little bit with UAB and we came back, but it is very fatiguing and we also gotta hit shots. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.